What is up, y'all? What is up? What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome to the From Live. We're talking about episode 5, y'all, and we're about to get all up into it because it was a lot going on. And y'all know I don't do this by myself. I got my girl Tamika's Den is in the building. Hello, hello, hello.
Hey, what's going on?
Whew. Girl, ready for this conversation about From. Whew. So I think one of the biggest moments happened that I was waiting for personally. Like I had been waiting and waiting and waiting for the whole Victor and his father to see each other. That was like my favorite moment. What was one
Hmm.
of your favorite moments?
Yeah, I definitely was looking forward to that. I wasn't too sure if they was gonna show that in this episode, but so far, I mean, listen, I know everybody got different opinions, and it's funny because it's pretty much the same thing that we would go through when we doing the power. A lot of people want stuff right now. They want all the answers. They want everything quick. But for me, I like the suspense. I like not knowing. I like us, having to guess. But I feel like they actually moving at a pretty quick pace. Like they get into stuff for me since the first episode to now. They've been moving things along and they've been doing some of the things that I've been asking them to do, even though they haven't necessarily been doing it the exact way that I may have wanted it. But yeah, that was a very an emotional scene. I think they acting they daggone behinds off. Okay.
Yes,
They doing what needs to
absolutely.
be done.
Okay, that part. Let's go ahead and get into these pictures. Let me actually change this up because I want the camera to be acting weird. Let me put it. Okay, there we go. And put this one down here. Okay. So just like we thought they was gonna do, they literally are playing with them so much. They literally have let this boy live. Like, since when do y'all let
Hmm.
people live? What are we doing? Like, what was the purpose of this? What are your thoughts? Like, what do you think is the reasoning why they did it?
I think they are definitely playing with them, and at this point, they want it to be chaos. Like I'm pretty sure they already know that Randall is a hothead, and that it was already tensions before, and this would be a way for it to cause confusion and chaos, and have them, arguing, and have Randall going up against Boyd, and clearly telling everybody like, "Oh, he left me," and having everybody looking at him sideways, so that way they may not really be trusting in Boyd as much anymore. They might feel like he's slipping. Maybe we need somebody else in charge. That's what I think. I think they just want confusion.
That's what I was thinking too. I was like, they really want confusion at this point, and they want to. I mean, they're already trying to break Boyd as much as they can, but they feel like Boyd
Mm-hmm.
is like the life of the party. I guess you would say. I don't call it a party, but you know what I mean. Like he's the person
Mm-hmm.
that kind of holds everything together. He's the glue. If you break the glue, then it all falls apart, right? So I feel like
Mm-hmm.
that's what their whole mission was, and we know that Randall is a hothead, and it would be crazy for us to not think that these monsters don't understand what's going on. They are very intuitive. They too intuitive at this
Yeah.
point, and they get it.
Definitely.
So it was that was so gross. I was like, oh, they done took part of his face off. And then I
Mm-hmm.
also agree with Boy when he said that it's a constant reminder now. Like in the daytime, people get to pretend like everything is all good and like it's just normal life. But at nighttime is when all the monsters come out. But now, when you look at his face, you're gonna know that these monsters exist and that they always coming out, like regardless.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was a good point that he made. The gang made it back. Christy made it back. She's heard and everything, and they're kind of finding out what's going on. And this is the moment where Jade finds out that Tabitha made it back, and I knew he was gonna go running as soon as they
Mm-hmm.
told him because. When you were saying that like some of the things happened that you wanted, I feel like one of those things was them having the meeting, but that meeting was
Yes.
horrible.
It was because the thing about it is, and I've been saying, please, with y'all talk, but I feel like too many people was there. Like Jade had a point he mentions later on in the episode to Ethan. If it's more than three gathered, it's probably going to be chaos. And I feel like we needed like the people that have been seeing things, hearing things, those is the ones we needed there. Everybody else could have been out and we could have updated them after the fact. We didn't need to have the crowd with everybody asking her questions at the same time and all of that, because no. That was
All
just a
that
mess.
extra stuff. Okay,
Hmm.
that was too much of a mess. But I loved how Donna takes the time to have this conversation with Victor's father, and he's all trying to get nice for Victor, looking for some clothes, and she tells him like like that's not the nice stuff. The nice stuff is up here.
Hmm.
He really wanted to make a great first impression. I just love this little old man. He's just so freaking cute to me. Like I just like the fact like that. I know it's in a weird, messed up place, girl. I know that. But at the same time, to think that your family was gone all of this time, to think that, that that they were just gone and not know and not have.
Hmm.
And now, even though those answers are crazy as they may seem, but to know that you at least get to hug your son regardless, like I just feel so like I was like this was the most joyous moment that you could even get out of From like because not too many joyful moments happen.
Yeah, I just hope he ain't being brought here to be a goner, but I know that it was some theories that felt like the reason why Victor wasn't gonna want to see him is that he was some type of abuser or with some bad memories with him. I felt like we didn't have enough information to really to think that. So yeah, I'm okay with the dad unless they show us something else. And so far, it definitely don't seem like that's the direction that we going in. It's just more so felt like he's feeling guilty because he was thinking he was gone all this time. Okay. Um,
Mhm.
listen, she might be. I don't know. Is it an attraction going on there? I don't know. What's up, movie blog?
Who
um,
knows?
yeah, because I don't think we see this soft side of Donna. I don't know if we reading too much into that too, but I kind of picked up on that a little bit. But she definitely seemed like she was being soft and caring and was like, "No, I'm gonna take you and show you where the better stuff is at." And then wanting to take him so he could see, Victor room. And I was like, "Oh." So I'm sure it was a flood of emotions. Hmm.
Definitely, 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 definitely. Okay, so we have these two. Hold on, let me get past Jade. I already talked about him. Going down to the whatchamacallit, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Choo-choo. These two are getting pretty close. Now, this is interesting to me. I like this dynamics, and I'm like, where are we going with this? Are we going more than friendship, or like where is this headed? Because they're both kind of awkward-ish. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And and although people like they see Victor, but nobody sees Victor. You know what I mean? Like we kind of just see through him per se. And she's kind of like the town outcast, and like she's listening to him. He came there to her, to do this whole mission thing with her. Like he chose to go there and to tell her this story. So do
Hmm.
you see something like that coming, or do you just see like a just a friendship?
I see more of a friendship, maybe even like a brother sister bond, maybe brewing in the future. Who knows? I don't see it romantic, but you never know. I'll keep my eye out on it. Right now, I'm more so see it that way, and I'm glad he do have somebody he feel like he could talk to. But their relationship is funny as hell because Victor gonna throw a shot whenever he can. But I like that they able to, kind of keep it real with each other.
Yeah, Victor was throwing them shots hard when
Hmm.
he was talking about like I didn't unalive him or anything, but I said, "Dang, Victor," it's like that. So when they get here, they say like, "Listen, it's been a bad night," and then Donna is gonna end up pulling him to the side, because he wanted to know who was unalived, and she tells him that it was Nikki, and Victor's like, "Oh, like it was just like I mean, you could tell. Like I think he's gotten so used to it at this point that it's just something that just happens, and he don't really get super duper emotional. But I think that was also one of Victor's issues, is that he continues to lose people, and I think that's why he tries not to get so close to people too. So
Exactly. Yeah, I agree. It's like, oh, okay, just another day then. Something else done happened here. Because they was on a mission to, I think, find some stuff so that he could go down and find Jasper. And I do find it funny that, Daddy and Tabitha just so happened to make it back right in time when he about to go in here to get the stuff to go to Jasper. Now that got to be put on hold because once
Mm-hmm.
he found out, he was fine with everything else. When they was like, Tabitha back is like, okay, and some stuff done happened in here. It was a crazy night. Okay, as soon as they said your daddy is here, he was like, pew, I'm out of here.
Gone. Like, no way. Just out of there.
Mm-hmm.
So, she has a conversation with him and he just doesn't. And initially, and I get why some people would think like there was something else, but I honestly didn't necessarily think that. I thought that his drinking problem started after the fact. And the fact that his wife shared so much of what was going on with her, with the visions and stuff, that's what made me not think that he was abusive or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just because why, if he was, why would she share? So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like she would share all of those things, and he just knew so much. Like,
Yeah.
she had told him everything.
Yeah, he definitely had a lot of info. And I wish, that's one of the other wishes when we was having this meeting. I wish they would have let him talk as to when he said, well, my experience was completely different. That's
Let
part of
him
the reason.
finish.
Yeah, like they was cutting him off. But anyway.
They was irking my soul, girl, especially Dale. That's why I didn't feel bad for him.
Hmm.
I couldn't even think about feeling bad for him. But we'll come back and we'll talk about their conversation that they have once she actually sees him. Why do I have my picture in there? Okay. But we'll talk about her in a minute. But hold on, let's go here. I want to talk about Julie and Tabitha. Okay. So Julie and Tabitha and their son and the dad, of course, they all are having this conversation. They're she's back. They're happy that she's back, and it always amazes me that people seem to think like they're like, how can this be? How can that? I'm like, y'all are in a town where you cannot even leave. What are you talking about? Like, anything is freaking possible at this point.
Hmm.
Everything is possible. So she's kind of telling them the situation that went down. And then, Jade, of course, is going to come in there with his antics and is just ready to go, like ready to solve the puzzle. Like, let's go, bump this town meeting. We need to go to this tree because we need to figure out what's what. And I'm just like, Jade, sit down somewhere. But, I like Jade's energy. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, Jade was being typical Jade. I wasn't surprised at him at all. Jim was irking my nerves as freaking usual. I'm sorry, but Jim could be so annoying. I understand to a certain degree where it's coming from because y'all literally thought Tabitha was, out
Mm-hmm.
turning into worms according to Ethan. But now she back, and of course you ain't gonna want her to go nowhere again. But at the same time, like you said, you know where you at, you know what's been happening. So come on, let's be real, let's strategize, let's put our heads together. At least when Jim first got here, he actually used to be looking into things. Now it just feels like I don't know what's happening with him, but that's another story.
It's like he gave up too. Like, he
Yeah.
just completely gave up. And I think that's the whole theme of the thing is like when people first get there, they're really, really ready to figure it out. Okay, I want to get
Hmm.
home, so I'm trying to figure it out. Like, they're trying to put their heads together. But then after a certain amount of time goes by and stuff
Hmm.
starts to happen, I feel like people start to lose their hope and they no longer even like they're just trying to survive at that point. Instead of
Hmm.
trying to get out, they just want to survive through the night and make it to the next
Hmm.
day, and they stop thinking about how to get out. And I think that's one of the biggest issues because nobody's going to really work together if you have all of these people have all of these different things happening to them. Some of them have the visions and all this type of stuff, but nobody's really communicating with each other or talking to each other. And then you have some people who've been there for the longest that's probably still seeing stuff, but they probably see it so much to this point, like they're
Exactly.
over it.
Yeah.
You
Hmm.
know, it's crazy, but so we have a couple of different conversations that are going on. We have Boyd, then we have Christy and her girlfriend talking, and then we're also going to have when they're going to go out with Randall. I mean, not Randall, not go. Yeah, Randall is at the thing. I was like, yeah, that's his name. I don't know why I couldn't think of his name because I can't stand him. I don't know why I don't like Randall, but he just irks my soul. But we have all of these different conversations happening at this point, right? We have Boyd still feeling sorry for himself and still, I don't know. I don't know what Boyd to me, I feel like they done sucked the life out of Boyd at this point. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Boyd is just done, but he keeps trying. But at the same time, I just feel like this light is gone out of him. And it's almost like he gets easily irritated by you can really do anything. Boyd is irritated by everything at this point. And I can't be mad at him. Like that's the whole thing. Like I get it. And then so you have him with this conversation. You have Christy, they're talking about their conversation. But the most interesting thing to me is that every time Randall hear Boyd voice, he don't want to see him. Like he gets highly agitated and irritated. What are your thoughts about? I mean, you can talk about any parts of that, but like, what are your thoughts just about what is going on at this point?
Yeah, I think Boyd was like mostly discussing with well, I don't remember his daggone name right now, child. Yeah,
Dale?
he was discussing like why they left Randall, alive, the whole wanting them to know and be able to see this and have a reminder in the daytime because in
Oh
the
yeah, yeah, that
daytime we
person.
usually be good, but at night, the freaks come out at night. These
Yeah,
monsters be coming out at night wrecking our world. I really didn't care about the conversation with Christy and her girlfriend. I get it. We needed to see that she was brought back with her broke up leg and what her girlfriend had experienced and the fact that she's worried that that stress could make her slip again. But I definitely was laughing when Randall was still hooping and hollering and carrying on and her having to tell, boy, just go ahead and go, he don't need to see you. You just making him even more upset. And that's not a shock. I think we should all be expecting Randall. This is just the beginning of it. Once he can start getting up again and getting around, I'm sure it's gonna be even more to it. But I can't blame him for feeling that way. He's like, you left me, so and he over
yeah.
here in pain and miserable.
And the crazy part
Hmm.
about it is that I want to talk about this whole leaving him thing, and we're gonna talk about that toward the end because I got some feelings about all of this. But we have Donna and Victor, and once again, she's not Victor, Victor's father. I don't what's his name, Henry. What's his
Henry,
name?
yeah.
Henry.
Hmm.
We have Henry and Donna because I just keep calling him Victor's father. Let me give him a name, Henry. She's showing him around. Like she's still taking all of this time to really show him around and really I just feel like I don't know what it is, but for whatever reason, it feels like Donna's being really soft here, like you said. Like she's just being like very, very kind and sweet, and she's not trying to run off like she always doing something. But
Hmm.
she's showing him his room, like this is where he lives. He's like, this is different from his room. And then he starts to feel bad because he gave up on them, like because he lost hope. And I'm like, come on, Henry, give yourself a break because they were gone for like what 40 years because I think Victor is about 40, right? So
Yeah,
damn near
Victor
close.
look how old as hell. Not for nothing, him and his dad look like they could be around the same age. But I mean, yeah, I get it. Like, I mean, of course, it's not his fault, but I think that's a natural human reaction because you would think like they all gone, they ain't make it. Like, where the hell did they disappear to without a trace? That I haven't been able to see them for all these years. Think about the fact that he done been questioned and probably accused of taking them out. So, I mean, yeah, he's not gonna think like, oh, they're stuck in this place that they couldn't get back from. So, all of this is kind of coming to him. And I think that because of the relationship she have with Victor, even though Victor be weird and he pretty much running and out of there however he feel, whenever he wants to, they have gotten close and she, have seen what he been going through. So to now have his father there and she probably thinking about, I don't know if she had any other family besides her sister, but she probably could be thinking about what's the chances of her being able to get back and see any other family or any other family or friend that she know if how it would be if they popped up there. So I think she has like empathy as far as that part goes too. But I felt bad for him because you can clearly see like even though Victor's a grown man, we talked about this before. It's almost like he's the little boy is still stuck inside of him, even though he's not a little boy. And where Ethan is like an old person that's stuck inside of him. So he's seeing all these pictures. He's seeing the rope that he got to the window to go down, and that gotta be a lot.
Okay, absolutely. Candy, I cannot with you. She's an extra. Thank you so much, the movie blog, for subscribing to the channel. Appreciate you for sure, for sure, for sure. Yeah, but I really did like this moment. I thought this was a really good moment. Then, we
Mhm.
are about to get pulled away to go to this doggone meet. I'm about to go off on these people at this meet. Um,
This was so frustrating. It wasn't shocking, but it definitely was frustrating.
Yeah, definitely for sure. Let me see here. I was like, why is that part? Okay, I guess maybe she did come in there. Okay, so Julie comes in. I was like, did she come in there before? I thought she came in there afterwards. So Julie comes there to get the stuff. I said, no, Julie. Julie said she got to self medicate.
Yeah, she basically snuck in there while she knew everybody would be going to the town meeting to get her smoke on. hmm I
Doing
can't
the
blame
most.
her. Those buds look nice. I
Okay.
said, how know they still got nice big buds when we all the food and stuff is messed up.
Okay. That
hmm
was kind of interesting, but she's gonna end up seeing Elgin there, and they're gonna end up just hanging out and having a conversation. And I really like these two together. I feel like they are growing a really good friendship that's probably going to lead elsewhere, but I do feel like they're growing this really nice friendship. And I feel like, somebody like Elgin needs, because he's always seeing stuff and it feels like he's always alone and kind of by himself. And and now that Julie has had this out of body experience where she literally was unalived and kind of came back, she's kind of in that same mode too. And I feel like they're just good for each other. And I like their dynamics because you could really see their personalities coming out. Just trying to have this moment. I mean, and it's weird because you're in this place that's crazy, right? And you're supposed to be having these teenage moments. You're supposed to be having these fun moments, and they just can't. But at the same time, I was like, it was nice that they were able to just, even if it was just for a moment, to kind of get away. And she is a jewelry stoner. Like, I'm like, girl, you gonna make it.
Yeah, I was wondering if her and Elgin was gonna have anything romantic because I remembered it was kind of funny that I think that at first he was probably not intentionally, but it might have went that way with Sarah. But then once he found out what Sarah did, he was like, "Oh hell to the no!" and he hurried up and got away from her. But I definitely see that connection with them two. I was wondering if it would be her and him or her and Randall, but I felt like it was gonna be her and somebody.
Yeah.
So
I was thinking her and Randall at first, and I was like, run, girl. Because you know how they be liking them bad boys. I was like, run, girl. Do not, do not, do not let that
Yeah,
go.
that's true. She did want to show him around the moment he got there.
Yeah,
And it was
absolutely.
good to also, because like I said, I keep wanting to know what exactly her and Dagon Randall saw. So for her to sit there and say, well, I wish I was just seeing the kimono lady and she was saying help. I'm over here hearing things and I can literally feel it or something to that degree. I'm paraphrasing. I'm like, okay, so now we know that this stuff is still bothering her and she's hearing on a regular basis. Like, want them to give us more info, but I feel like they slowly doing that.
Getting there. Now, I love this moment right here where Victor and Sarah are having this conversation, and he's telling why he doesn't want to see his father. And I ain't gonna lie, I had little tears in my eyes. I was like, come on, Victor, now. Come on now. You gonna make me fool around and cry. But I just was like, oh my goodness. Like, he literally was afraid that his father was looking for the little boy and that he was not gonna want to see this man that he had become. Because when he left, he was a little boy. And then not only that, he literally had put his past behind him so that and I did get that, like, because if you hold on to everything that's in that outside world, it's going to do a couple of things. It's either going to motivate you to keep trying to get up out of here, or it is going to completely depress you and continue to remind you of everything that you're that you're not able to be with your family, with your father. You don't know what's happening to them. You don't know if they're alive, and the fact that they don't know that you're alive, like, it has to be a lot of emotion, like, behind all of that. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, it was a lot, and I was like, I could feel Victor in that moment. I understood that. What about you?
Yeah, absolutely. I was like, because it's like I'm not a little boy no more. Like, no, he's not looking for me. He don't miss me. He missed that little boy that I used to be. And of course, this was also a part that made me laugh as well because, Sarah saying, well, I wish I could tell you that you're wrong. I wish I could tell you everything is, gonna be all right, and that's not how he gonna feel. But um I can't, basically. And he was like, you're not good at this. But at the same time, she also was saying, like, maybe he feels the same way. Maybe he's doubting himself as a father. So, like I said, they very real with each other. They blunt and they say whatever comes to their mind.
Okay, and it just be so freaking funny. I'm just like, y'all are just too freaking funny, because how y'all just gonna say the most outlandish things, but yet it's what they need to hear in that moment. And I'm just like, oh, okay, I'm with it. And then I thought I had the picture, but then when they go and he lays his head on her and she on him, I was like, oh, I was just like, in that moment, I was like, this is way too cute. Shout out to Elizabeth Clark. What are y'all thoughts on the origins of the town? I think about that sometimes, and I just think that some kind of massacre or something happened in that town, and it's like some freaky supernatural thing, like where all the people are still kind of tied there and they want some kind of sick revenge because of whatever happened to them. That's kind of my thoughts on it. I don't know. This show be having me all over the place, but that's what I think. Tamika, you got any thoughts on it? I'll put it back up there.
Yeah, I've said before that I'm feeling like it could be something like what EJ just said. It could be freaking aliens. It could be daggone government experiment. I'm like a little bit of a mixture of everything until they give us more where we can kind of have a little bit more pinpointed down a little bit more. I have like maybe 3-4 different things. I just hope it's anything except for a dream. I'm fine with that. I don't want this to be we wake up and we was in a daggone dream. But if
Oh,
it
that
is,
would
I'll just have
suck.
to deal with it. Yeah.
That
I'm,
would suck.
but I can see it being any of those things, honestly.
Okay. Hey, Lemon Kush. That
Hey,
would
Lemon
be
Kush.
horrible if it was a
Mm-mm.
dream. I'd be like, we went through all of this for a dream. But it was nice to see Elgin and Julie laughing, like I was saying earlier. But let's talk about this town meeting, girl, because these people is irritating me. And I said, the hell with Dale. Bye. I'm good on you right now. They was
Yeah,
just doing too
I
much.
was getting so aggravated with them. Like I said, not shocked, but definitely was aggravated. It was way too many people in here that didn't need to be in here. I'm sorry.
Hmm. Okay, so let's break this down a little bit, though. So you were able to get out somehow, some way, right?
Hmm.
Okay, you were able to get out. You get out into the real world, right? Now, let's just be real, because these people weren't being real. I understand that y'all are traumatized and that y'all just want to go home. I get
Hmm.
that. But when Tabitha walks into that police station and says, "Hey, there is a invisible town that nobody has, that you're not going to be able to find on the map, you're not going to be able to see it, but it exists, and everybody, all these people are stuck in this town, and at night monsters come out in this town, right? Monsters come out and they're unaliving people." When she started telling this story, she going straight to the loony bin, people. I'm sorry. They are going to lock her up and she is not finna get out. They are gonna think that she is bat-ish crazy. So why would she do
Exactly.
that?
Yeah, I didn't get it. And Fatima was pissing me off. I said, girl, why don't you go and yell and scream and tell them about how you over here licking blood and eating rotten food? Say that just as loud as you saying all this. The fact she kept being like, are you kidding me right now? Maybe somebody wouldn't believe you, but maybe they would. Like, come on, really think logically, hey? Because Think logically. You know damn well if you come out telling people this story, like you said, 9 times out of 10, they gonna have you in a psych ward. Plus, they gonna want to know. See, Fatima might not have had to deal with that because I don't think she came there with family. But in the case of a lot of these other people that did come with families, it's gonna be, where's your family at? Where was y'all all this time? It's gonna be so many different questions that you gotta answer, and you saying, oh, I was stuck in this town and I couldn't get out and I came through a tree and then fell out a lighthouse. Who's listening to that? Like you said, think
Nobody.
logically. That don't make no sense. And they all yelling and screaming at her. I was so ticked off with that. And on top of that, even like I said, when Henry was like, no, I didn't believe her at first either. And I had a kind of like, you know, rare experience or whatever that made me be able to eventually say, like everybody's not going to have the experience that I have. And then, even though we didn't want her there, even the cop joins in and is like, yeah, because when she was telling us that on, the way here in the ambulance, we wasn't listening to her. We thought she was just an erratic, crazy person. And then the fact that they was like, what is she even doing here? Get her the hell out of here. It was some funny parts, but it was very annoying parts.
It was so annoying. And yes, I was so annoyed with Fatima. Fatima could just she could catch these hands. I wouldn't even care at this point because I was like, y'all, this is stupid. Like everything y'all are saying doesn't make sense. Dale, I would have done no. So all that let me know is that all y'all selfish people, y'all would have got up out of here and y'all wouldn't have said nothing. Like y'all would have went on with y'all life and tried to forget that this place ever existed, because I feel like that's what most of them would have done unless they had something that was back there to get to. That would be the only way that they maybe wouldn't like forget about it. But you knew you couldn't tell nobody. You knew nobody would believe you. She couldn't even tell her mom. They had people out there looking for them. The minute she says anything, they're gonna think that she unalived her family. They're gonna think this woman went bat-ish crazy and unalived her family. And they're gonna be asking her, where is your family? Like, where did you bury them at? Where are the bodies at? Where are the people at? Like, what was like, she's gonna be the person that's gonna be and she ain't gonna be the victim no more. She gonna be the person in trouble. Like that was crazy.
Exactly. And even her saying, yeah, okay, he did finally believe me, but look where he ended up at. Look where we ended up at. So me telling him did what exactly? It was like, even though she's making valid points, nobody wanted to hear anything about that. And then Boyd gave the example that, okay, yeah, she just so happened to go through the tree and it got her there, but look at me. And when I went through the tree, I ended up being stuck in a chimney. I think what Julie and Ethan went through that tree before too. They ended up somewhere else. So it's no guarantee where you're gonna end up. Like nobody's paying attention to none of those aspects of it. Oh
Because
God.
it's like they don't want to understand that part of it. It's like they want to just ignore that particular part because when she went through, oh, this happened. And I'm just like, when she went through, first of all, it was probably meant for her to get to this point because this place, all it does is play games with you. Like that's exactly what it does. It plays a bunch of games with you. We don't know if the children or the little boy, if somehow they played a part in helping her get to the lighthouse. Like we don't know exactly what it was, but what we do know is that everybody who done went through one of these doggone trees, they end up in all different places. So it is what it is. And I got another bone to pick with the people of From too. Because why is we mad at this cop? I'm so sick of them being mad at her. Listen, everybody that come up in this doggone place, right, have a reaction. I'm sorry, I'm shooting the crap out of all of these monsters too if I got a gun and I don't know what's going on and I just got here and I don't have a clue what's happening. I am popping off all these bullets and I am sorry, Nikki, if you catch a stray bullet because I'm shooting. I'm sorry. So don't be mad at me. Why is y'all mad at her? Y'all would have did the same thing. I'm like, each and every one of y'all had the same experience as far as coming into this town and not believing what it is. She is running for her life, people, and people are
Mm-hmm.
mad at
Now I
her.
ain't gonna lie, I was ticked off with her that first day, and with Tabitha in the ambulance, I was over her, and I wouldn't have been mad if the monsters would have took her out. But now that we here and we at the meeting, and she was putting her little 2 cents in, I didn't mind it. It is what it is, and like you said, we all have had our experiences. We all didn't believe when we first got here. We've all tried different things, including Boyd, who be trying to be a hypocrite sometimes too. But
Uh-huh. Boy was being super hypocritical. I said, boy, wait a minute. Backtrack for a second because no, you didn't just get mad at her when you just left Randall out there. Now, I'm not saying that I'm mad at you leaving Randall because, listen, I understand like it's either all of us or one of us. And at this point, it is what it is. Okay, I get it. It's the doggy dog world out there in Frommgm. But you literally left him out there to, and then but she didn't even know. What's your excuse? You know, she didn't have a clue. Like I was just yelling at them the whole time because I'm like, what are we doing? Why are we doing this right now? I said, okay. I said, I'm gonna let y'all. I said, y'all tense right now. I'm gonna let y'all have a little bit of pass, but y'all know y'all wrong. And Dale, girl, you can have Dale. Please have Dale. Dale irked my soul. Everything about Dale.
Yeah, Zell took the cake. I said, bye bye, Zell. I already knew what time it was. I knew what was going to happen to him. I said, see you later. Sayonara. Okay. Rest in dirt, Dale, because you was doing too damn much. He make it seem like he know everything. He got the answers to everything. And, tell me where it's at. I'm going to go and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. I said, okay, we're going to see what you're going to do. We're going to see how this going to work out for you.
Okay, I'm gonna bring the people back, sir. You ain't gonna bring nobody back. First of all, you gonna get out of there. If let's just hypothetically say he had got out of there, you gonna get out of there and you gonna stay out of there. You ain't gonna tell nobody. You ain't gonna say nothing. You gonna go on with your life because that is the type of person that Dale seems like a person that would have been like, well, nobody's gonna believe me anyway. I'm out. Like, I don't believe for 1 second that Dale would have even tried to send anybody.
It's funny. Back. Shout out to Tony Teflon because he actually had the actor that plays Dale. He interviewed him, and him and Donna's married in real life. But he was saying in the interview that he actually did feel like he could help everybody. He wanted help. Now, that's not what it gave me, but that's what he said, allegedly.
Nah, bruh, that is not what you was giving on that screen at all. And then, oh my God, what's his name? What's the son name? It starts with a dang on E.
Who? Ellis? Oh, Ellis. Lord. Yeah, I love this part, though.
Girl, Ellis ran my blood pressure up, but you go ahead and talk about it first.
I love this part, even though they pissed me off, because he's trying to back up Fatima, too, and then he got the nerve to run down Boyd and be like, yo, listen, she's right, and, we could do this, we could do that. And the fact that Boyd just told him plain and simple, then tell me how you would do it. Tell me who you gonna choose, who you would put up, how you would run this, because what we should be doing is trying to make sure we keep everybody calm. We try to teach, go over everything, come together, talk about it, strategize, things of that nature, be smart about it. We can't just run out here and be doing things. And he knew his dad was right because he had to be the hell quiet. I said, go ahead, boy, go off on him, because what has Ellis been doing since he got here, really? And I like Ellis, but Ellis, what have you done lately? Okay.
Okay, like don't let Fatima get you hurt up in here acting too big for your, like you is not too big to get a whooping, Ellis. Okay. I said, Ellis, it was just last week, if I'm not mistaken, where you didn't even want to try to catch the monster when your daddy was he was saying, like, we gotta study them, we gotta figure it out. He was literally just, but you wasn't about that life, but now all of a sudden we gotta do something. Like, stop trying to back Fatima up. She too hormonal right now, and she eating blood and eating rotten vegetables. Like, she not 20 years. No, sir. But I loved how he stood up there. It was his demeanor for me. I was like, okay, boy.
Yeah, like, Harold's been acting his behind off. I really hope he get a bunch of awards. He's killing it.
He needs them. He is killing it. And I love listening to like his little stuff on TikTok and all that type of stuff, because he be giving like the little insights and just little things. I just love it. I don't know. He's been doing his thing, but I've always liked him. But every time I see him, I still think merch. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? But
yes,
it is what it is. But he was like, boom, I'm out of here. I'm not going to sit up here and listen to you. And then we talked about this conversation, but kind of dig a little bit deeper into this one, because I kind of felt bad for her for a second. I was like, she was really trying to help.
Well, just want to say one thing with that. What was that? Elgin and Julie. I feel like something gonna happen with that camera. We either gonna catch something on that camera, or we gonna see something on them pictures later. I don't know, but I feel like that. Boy,
Yep.
listen, I get it because they running Boyd reckon they reckon him, and that's what they want to do. He said, y'all ain't gonna break me, and obviously this is breaking him slowly but surely in different ways. But I do feel like she had a point and she meant well. And the fact that he was like, girl, don't get it twisted. I stuck up for you for 2.5 seconds in there, but you are not my damn friend. Get the hell up out of my face. You don't know a damn thing. I was like, damn, boy. Like, even he knew he messed up after he said it, but it was already said and done. He was just like, I said what I said.
I said what I said, and it's over. Okay.
Hmm.
He said everybody can get it today. How about that?
Right. He was just
Okay.
on the chopping block.
He said, I'm
Mm-mm-mm.
handing out all sorts of stuff to all of y'all. And then he handed to him again at the end. I said, Boyd is going off. Go in, go off then. I'm not even mad at you. Like, Boyd was going off on everybody. Then this heifer, I'm so over Fatima. It's funny because when season one first started, Fatima was somebody that I was like, oh, but I was like, she looked too happy to be up in here in Fromville, but still, she's a beautiful spirit. And now Fatima has slowly got on my nerves, like just consistently just been getting on my nerves. But
And
she's
I
proud of
guess
herself
that's the
too.
point, to show us that each one of them is breaking. They not the people that they were from season one. It is getting to them. And on top of that, she got whatever this creature is growing inside her damn belly that got her out here eating this rotten stuff, child. I don't know if she ate any of the damn organs in that lady. I don't know what the hell was happening with that. So yeah, that probably would have me bugging out too. But I'm glad she finally opened up her mouth and told others, because I was like, how long we gonna freaking keep this going and not tell him? So like I said, I do appreciate the pace that they going at. I think they are moving it along and not making it be drawn out, because I was like, don't tell me Telly gonna come in there, Tilly, whatever the hell her name is, who I don't trust. I was like, don't let her be her walking in here again. I was glad it was Ellis, and I was glad she finally told him, like, it's something damn wrong with me. Let y'all figure that out, okay? Instead of being worried about the damn trees.
That part, okay. That part right there. Over here trying to eat these dead vegetables. I said, girl, okay, so the he made a good point because I've been asking where that motel was at too. I said it's always a motel sign in the doggone pool, but where is the motel? Like,
Hmm.
where is it? And he was really perplexed trying to figure that out. And I was like, that's a good question. I said,
Yeah,
I'm sure it'll come back up sooner or
yeah,
later.
I think it will. I don't think they brought it up for no reason, especially since they panned to it like three times, two times while he was standing there, and once while he was walking away. I was like, is that going to lead them to something too?
And it's always in the promo thing, like you always see it. And I was like, it ain't
Hmm.
no, and where is the hotel at? And it's always that doggone empty pool. Ain't gonna
Yeah.
be empty for long, no.
I like that conversation with him and Ethan too. I mean, yeah, Ethan.
Oh yeah, when they were when he was telling him about how sometimes he gets grumpy, and
Hmm.
I was like, Ethan, you just always coming through. Now Ethan do be irking my nerves every now and again, but sometimes he cute.
Yeah,
Most
sometimes
of
he
the time.
actually be knowing what he's talking about. They need to listen to him more too. I know they look at him like he just this little boy and they trying to protect him, but Ethan be dropping some knowledge. And it was funny to me when the dad Henry was like, he ran away, so I don't think he want to see me. And Ethan pretty much was like, oh, he do that all the time. That ain't
Oh,
nothing new. Like he stay running away. He get like that
always.
sometimes.
Listen, okay. I'm sure that made him feel a little bit better. But then we had
Hmm.
the moment, the moment. Oh, I'm sorry, I skipped over it. This moment. This was like the best moment. Just gave me all the warm and fuzzies. Talk about this moment.
Yeah, I love this because, like, I mean, he was Sarah actually was right, and Ethan had a good point too, because he was like, he probably just scared, and talking about how he was his best friend and all of that, and he probably don't know what to expect as far as the dad, and then the dad not knowing what to expect as far as him, and then once they saw each other, all of that went out the window. Like, we forgot all that
Mhm.
negative or doubt we have, and all we know is that we see each other for the first time. I was like, oh. That was
Oh,
beautiful.
yeah. Honey, mama. That's what I thought about. I was like,
Me and you, us never part. Okay, now let me stop. But yeah, that was a beautiful moment. I actually liked it a lot.
listen, I almost wanted to put a like a just put a chop her throat. Like, ma'am, don't come out here trying to apologize. Now, you should have been in instead of trying to hype these fools up in here. You should have been, saying some of this sensible stuff that you saying out here in there. Like, why do people try to incite things like in the moment? Like, and it's almost like they let other people like it just jump from one person to the next to the next. Like, it's so weird. And then you take the moment to really like sit with it and you like, you know what, maybe that wasn't the right thing to say. Like maybe that's not exactly how it should have been. And she was like, I'll have your back next time. Really? I'm shocked boy didn't go off on her, but boy, he was tame with her. But that's all right, because he gonna have a moment to go off again. What'd you think about her? I was trying to figure
Yeah,
out.
absolutely. I mean, listen, like I said, we all emotions is high. We all want to go to hell home. We all tired of being here. At least she was, woman enough to come out and apologize and tell him the next time I will definitely have your back. I'm sorry for the way I came out at you. And we also was trying to figure out like what exactly he was on this bus looking for, what he was trying to do. And of course they end up getting interrupted. But um, we'll see, lady. We'll see. We'll keep y'all eye on you and see what we gonna do going forward. Cause this is a mess, y'all. It's a
Okay.
hot
Then we got
mess.
Jade and Tabitha out here still trying to figure out what's going on with these trees. And I'm pretty sure that they're gonna figure out the numbers that's in the bottle. I don't know what the numbers are for. I'm like, what are the numbers in the bottle? Like when they was like, maybe they're
Yeah, when he said birth dates, I actually thought that that was pretty good. You never know. It could, I mean, not birth dates, but dates, period. Like, I think he could be right because we know this is something, at least according to what Miranda told Henry, that has been
yeah.
going on for a long time, and there's been many different people that came. So how we don't know is dates that they put in the bottle. I'm also like, maybe it's coordinates. I don't know, child. It could be a number of things, and I'm definitely curious to find out what it was. And I can't remember the exact number she said, but I know she said a number to him that was something like 659.
22659, I think something
Yeah,
like that.
something like that. And she
Two
was, I
something
was
five
like, well,
one.
that could be a date, Tabitha. She said it like that was impossible, but so I'm curious. I am very curious to see, and I feel like I said, this is what we need to see happening because he's seen these kids too, and he was able to give her the update of what he saw in the cabin. He knows the, what she has experienced following through. And we those things. So maybe if they keep working together, we can actually do. But of course, it's
Uh-oh, you kind of freezing. Okay, there you go. There you go. I think you're back. You were kind of going in and out. Okay. There you go.
okay.
There you go. There you go. I think you're back now. But yeah, no, you're right. That this is exactly the stuff that we need them to be doing. We need them to be sitting down together and trying to figure these things out together.
Mm-hmm.
This is exactly what needs to happen. And I can't wait till they maybe bring Elgin in because I need to know this one. Like it's just so many different pieces of the puzzle that we need to bring in. And did I say last week that I was that this was Randall fault that he ended up with his because why he run them doggone things ain't real. You know they not real. Stop playing. Like why is we still swatting and flying at these like why did you stop? You just should have kept running. Run through them. Don't be swatting at them, just run through them. So
Yeah, I felt like that was in his head, but
I'm
that's
like,
the thing. I don't know. They still get lost in the sauce with this stuff.
oh Dale. So is this the tree?
Right.
Is this the tree? I said,
Mm-mm-mm.
Dale. The way they kept panning that camera on him, I said, it's so hard but it wasn't hard to say goodbye to him. I was like, bye,
No, it
Dale.
really wasn't. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all. What I thought was gonna happen is that he was gonna go on that tree and he was gonna fall out the sky and smash into the damn pool. That's what I thought was gonna happen.
That
Okay,
would have been
so
so much better.
because y'all know when Victor put the rock in the tree to demonstrate to Ethan and it came falling out the sky. So for some reason, that's what I thought was going to happen. Because I knew somebody was going to end up in that pool from the preview and how Boyd and them went running. You know, you couldn't see what it was. But for some reason, that's what my mom went to. I said, Lord, he about to fall out this damn sky. Didn't go that way, though. But
Girl.
bye, Dale. You was doing too
Bye.
much.
Doing too doggone much. Talking about, so I'm about to go. And then you're going to thank me when I'm like, ain't nobody going to thank you for nothing. Okay.
Mm-mm-mm.
And you ain't got enough food to give you no repast because food supplies is short.
Right.
So
Exactly. Mm-mm-mm.
you're not getting none of that either. So, so here we go. There lies. This was so funny to me, Tamika. I was cracking up. I said, "That's what he get."
That's horrible. I didn't see this coming. I did not think he was going to be stuck in this damn wall. The wall stuck in him, whatever the hell, child. It was a hot ass mess. Poor thing. He was still there, like trying to talk, eye blinking.
Right. And then it was like Boyd was about to put him out of his misery.
Yeah.
And I was like hoping that he didn't have to do that because I knew that the people would really, like, there would be a moment for them that maybe they wouldn't understand. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this man is stuck in this cement.
Yeah, because at first he was like, let me see, okay, Dale. And he even still said, Dale, I'm sorry this happened to you. I don't know if I would have said that. But he was trying to be nice for a minute. And then it was
Okay.
like, okay, let me put him out of his misery. Then he just said, this is what the hell I've been trying to tell y'all. Y'all see this shit? You see what I said? What I said?
Y'all don't listen, you hard head.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was like, go off then. I'm not even mad at it. Go off. And then Donna come walking up while he going off. And I was like, Donna,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, but Dale is out here doing the absolute most. And, you know, it is what it is. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Now they got to walk out there and see him stuck in the wall like that all the time, or they gonna cut him out.
Girl, that's what I said too. I was like, are we going to leave this here or what we going to do? Because I don't know. This is a constant. But then again, they might be on some, this a constant reminder. Don't go through the tree. Like, y'all still
Mm-hmm.
want to go through the tree? Y'all still want to go through the tree? I was like, get on, Boyd. I ain't mad at you for this one right here. There was some moments when Boyd was irking my nerves, but when in the moments when
Mm-hmm.
he telling people off, like really telling people off what they really need to hear, because he really trying to help y'all. He really trying to bring structure. He's really trying to make sure that the people that are here now, that y'all stay here, like that y'all stay alive and still trying to have some hope, but y'all don't want to listen. Y'all so caught up in all of the things and y'all not
Yeah.
listening. Y'all only hearing bits and pieces of everything. And now go through the tree. Like go through it. You still gonna go? Like gonna end up like this? Is what it
Yeah.
is. Man, it was a lot though. Hey, Yuli. But yeah, it was a lot. I mean, this episode right here was definitely something else. Like I said, it was mainly Boy going off on people and me being here for it.
Mm-hmm.
I was here for all of the shenanigans with that. I was like, go ahead then. I ain't mad at you. Go off on everybody. And this
Yeah. I
is
mean, sometimes that's what you got to do.
and that
These.
one leg,
Mm, mm,
that
mm.
one leg, every time I said, dang, he got that, he almost got out. I said, you got a leg out? You almost, like I was just hyping it up. You almost got out. Oh, got stuck
Mm,
in
mm,
there.
mm, mm,
Yes,
mm.
Yuli, that's exactly what he did because you was doing too much. This is, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna show you how it's supposed to be. Well,
Exactly.
go show us
When
then.
they all have ended up in different places, and think about the times that Julie, or even when it was Boyd and Sarah, and this time with why am I forgetting everybody's damn names? Tabitha, though Boy and White told them when to go through the tree. So I would assume he has some type of help with it. Of course, he don't have all of that information either. And we know that it takes you to different places. So if he would have listened, he would have just said sometime the fact that he automatically just thought it was going to work out in his favor. And then after being in a place like this and seeing the things that you've seen, I don't know how you just assumed that it was just going to work out for you. Like
Or
you
none
can't
of it
make
get that
any
simple.
assumptions like that.
Can't be that simple. Us,
Yeah,
everybody else, we like they said, we just line up and all go through the tree. Go ahead,
exactly.
line up and take y'all butts through the tree if you want to, though.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't we just go to Fatima? We gotta. Oh God, Fatima was on my nerves.
Yeah.
And yes, Yuli, definitely there is something up with the numbers,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully they'll figure out exactly what it is.
Yeah. I think they need another meeting, and the meeting that they need to have should be Boyd, Tabitha, even Ethan, because Ethan knows some stuff. I know we keep trying to protect him and act like he just a little boy that don't know nothing. um
Jade,
Sarah, Jade, Victor, who else?
Elgin,
Yeah,
he should be there.
Elgin. Yes,
All
that's
the
the
ones
ones
who
that
was
need
in
to
the
be in the
in the
meeting.
sleep, when they, quote unquote unalived and then came back to
Mm-hmm.
life. Even though I can't stand Randall, if he would just act right for a moment, because sometimes he have glimpses of moments that you feel like he's gonna do right, but then
Mm-hmm.
he just, I don't know. But we need all of those people that have some sort of experience just together.
Yes.
So we're gonna
That's
try
who
to figure
needs
this
to
out
be in
together.
the meeting, and we all need to tell what we know, what we've seen, what we felt, and see what we could go from there.
Okay, and we need to get these tarot cards, okay? Because y'all need some help. Like, start putting these damn cards out. I don't know. Y'all need some help. And
Mm-hmm.
definitely Victor's father too. Yes,
Yes,
Henry needs to be
absolutely.
there. Henry
Mm-hmm.
has to be there because he has other information, because they had information before she even made it there. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And if they had
Exactly. And
stopped and listened, he could have told them what he was trying to
mm-hmm.
tell them, but y'all just cut him off. Henry said, "That's not what I said." That's what I like about it. It's like something subtle
Mm-hmm.
about him. He has like these little moments that he says these things, and it's kind of funny because he was like, "That's not what I
Right.
said."
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
Less
y'all.
talking and more listening. Yeah, that's what they need to do.
Absolutely.
And I guess now they're gonna be trying to figure out what the hell is up with in for top Fatima belly.
Or are they even going to tell anybody? Like, there's the other thing, because Ellis be so far. Ellis be.
I think they are. I did see the preview, and they actually, and I think somebody had that prediction. I can't remember who it is, but they actually saying they have the machine on the ambulance, so the ambulance does come in handy. That
Oh yeah,
can,
that's for sure. The ambulance gonna come in handy
yeah.
because I said we gonna have some more supplies. We gonna have some more.
Hmm.
I said good call with the
So
ambulance.
we gonna check that belly. I don't know what's gonna be in there, but we gonna see
A
what's up.
demon child, a
He's gonna
demon
be like,
baby.
"Hi."
Okay, here's the key.
Mm-mm-mm.
Here are the keys. I was like, these monsters getting bold and crazy. Like y'all was doing
Hmm.
too. I said the audacity of you to hang these keys out there, but talking about we gonna take Randall.
Right.
Dang, you don't even like
Mm-mm-mm.
Randall like that, ma'am. You can have him. That's what I would have said.
Right.
Give him the keys. I like him. Bye. You thought you was doing something.
Hmm.
But yeah, that is what's up, y'all. That's what's up with From. This was season 3, episode 5, y'all, and it was it was such a good episode. It's just progressing the story along. That's what I like about it. I like the progression of the story. It just keeps going and going and going, and we keep getting somewhere. We keep getting somewhere.
Yeah.
And I honestly don't feel like, you know how you feel like some seasons just go by really quickly. I feel like this season is just going by just enough the way that I need it. I am going to be sad to see it go though.
Yeah, definitely.
But anywho, so what do you got going on, ma'am?
I don't know. Well, I'll be out here, of course, with the ladies. I don't know what we got left going on. I don't think we got anything right now besides From and Found and Zatima. Then I'll do my recaps on Zatima and Sisters and Love at the Lockup. I'm thinking about what is the other Tyler Perry show?
Beauty and
And
Black.
yeah, Beauty and Black, and maybe doing some movie reviews. So keep y'all notifications on. Of course, join the Discord if you are not already in the Discord. I'll put the link in the video as well. And yeah, follow me on TikTok because I'm probably gonna be doing some, little videos over there talking about some shows over there that I may not be doing over here. And that's pretty much it. For
Yeah.
now, I will keep y'all posted.
That's what's up. Me too, Yuli. I am dying to see what this puppet have to say too.
Yes,
But cut it off.
absolutely.
Like we have to get this whole reunion first before we can get to what Jasper got to say. So
Hmm.
I guess we shall see. But as far as me, guys, y'all, just keep your notifications turned on. Tomorrow, I actually am going to be talking about From again, but I'm going to be talking about it with Tyra and My Sweet Perspective and Kay. So if you want to talk about From some more, then make sure to join on tomorrow because we'll be talking about it again. And then, let's see. And then, of course, Tamika and I are going to be doing the team of Found From again. And then I'll be throwing up some more stuff as well. And I have some more collabs coming up and just a bunch of different stuff. So just keep your notifications turned on and all that good stuff. It's a lot of
Yeah.
TV coming up. So ain't nothing telling
Yes,
what
too
we'll be
much
doing.
to be honest. Oh, and we did do Penguin yesterday. I joined Inga with the round table for Penguin. I'm loving that show too. That and From for me is like in the top 5 so far. But it's a lot of good shows. I'm
Yeah,
telling y'all,
it's a lot of good
most
stuff.
of the shows I've been watching, I've been enjoying. So they
Yeah.
doing a good job.
Oh, and we did 3 women yesterday. So if y'all want to check out the replay on that, then definitely check it out. Them women is crazy. They is some crazy women, but interesting but crazy. Trouble.
Absolutely.
It's absolutely trouble.
Absolutely.
But anyway, y'all, we're about to get up out of here. Make sure you do the big 3, as my girl Candy says. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channels, y'all. We definitely appreciate it. Share it, do all the things, right? So anyway, y'all, we're about to get up out of here, and we will talk to you guys later. Peace.